Welcome to the video. Today we're going to talk about Thomas DeLauer. He's the guy who bought six-pack shortcuts off Mike Chang. Another fake natty. The fake natty buying off the fake natty. So this is Thomas DeLauer. People asked me to do a video about him. Look at this. This guy claims natural. He's claimed he's never ever used anabolic steroids. You know what I mean? Like this. Let's just zoom in on this face here. This guy here, if he said, "Have you ever used steroids, Tommy boy?" No, sir. This is just keto. This is my bacon diet. All I eat is bacon and fats. Look how swole he looks. He's looking dry. He's looking like he's on 200 milligram of Anavar a day. He's got the granite look, the grainy, lean tissue. All right. Growth hormone. I see. What do I see here? I see Primobolan. I see 1,200 milligram a week Primobolan. I'm seeing Anavar. I'm seeing GH. I'm seeing insulin, a little bit of insulin. I'm seeing a bit of Masteron. I'm seeing a lot of Anavar. All right. And so there we go there. And some estrogen blockers to get really sucked out in the face there. Because when you're running that high compounds, especially if you run a bit of test, then the estrogen's going to go quite high, especially if you're doing a high-fat diet, which we'll get to. So that's Thomas DeLauer. So you see his physique varies a lot. This is him back in the day. You know, so he's been using steroids for a long time. This is sort of a big estrogen E-bomb sort of look. But yeah, this guy, you know, so you know, when someone looks like this and they're claiming all natural. But Turner, maybe he's natural. Turner, what would you know? Like, I think that's attainable natty. These 14-year-old virgins in their mum's basement, I think that's attainable natty. They've never used steroids. They're sort of people walking down the street in an alleyway at night time, see a car bouncing up and down a panel van, the girls are moaning, the guys are grunting, and you're like, oh, they're banging in there. Oh, no, they're not. They're probably just checking out the suspension. He's natural. He just trains hard at the gym. Look, he's in the gym every day. And he would be, but he's on taking a crap ton of anabolic steroids. It's just how it is. So first off the bat, we've got Thomas denying not just using anabolic steroids, but mass abusing. To get that swole, that aesthetic, is steroid abuse. Which, hey, it's your body, your choice, people, but don't lie to noobs and say you're natty to sell them some stuff so you can stuff your mattress with more noob cash. Let's cross over here. We've got the Mark Bell's Power Project. Mark Bell is the brother, is it Chris Bell? The guy who did a legendary job of creating that Bigger, Faster, Stronger documentary. So if you haven't watched Bigger, Faster, Stronger, get on and watch it. Even stop this video, watch Bigger, Stronger first, and then come back here. Bigger, Stronger, Faster. That's an incredible documentary. Let's listen into it. This guy here is on steroids. Everyone's on steroids.
The ketogenic diet and how athletes can apply it to their lifestyles.
Well, ketosis is good for athletes, they're saying. So, you know what I mean? Like ketosis, go to the gym in ketosis. Make sure you got a spotter so don't crack your cranium with the dumbbell when it lands on your head because your muscles is like so floppy and weak. Do you mean crashes I've seen in bicycle racing because someone's in ketosis, their head drops down, they can't pay attention, they crash. Runners tripping over, smashing out teeth because they're in ketosis. This guy here, I mean, these people are narcissistic sociopaths recommending a keto diet to athletes, claiming they don't use steroids. It's just like, how much do you want to despise humanity? You know, how much do you want to like mislead people? Like, how do these people even sleep at night? Anyway, I'm gonna try and not stop too much. Let's hear this guy speak a bit. Oh man, this stuff really gets me fired up.
You guys are going to get a deep dive into these topics because I know you guys have been curious about how we've been doing it, how we've been maintaining muscle, because all of us, Thomas, Mark, myself, and Andrew, we all use this shit and we're all jacked. So
you know, they're not just claiming they're jacked from bacon, man. We all use this shit is referring to anabolic steroids, man. Like, you know, like how much of an insecure beta the people have to be using steroids recreationally for social media and then denying using it. Now, I understand why a lot of Olympic athletes don't say, yeah, use steroids because they lose their Olympic spot. We get that. Olympic sports entertainment. For us people on watching it. But for these people, these influencer types claiming, yeah, man, I'm jacked, man. You buy my program, you look like me, man. It's the bacon. It's a special farm pasture-raised chicken eggs we eating. It's the quail eggs, Mike O'Hearn. They're just sociopaths, man. These people are sociopaths, lying through their teeth, hiding their anabolic steroid usage. It's crazy, you know? Like, they don't want you to succeed. They just yeah, crazy.
So I hope you guys really enjoy this episode with the great, the awesome Thomas DeLauer. Power Project family. We're partnering with an amazing brand called Vuori. Now,
just this constant sales bullshit. These guys are just sellouts, man. What are they pubbing this
Andrew,
week?
can you tell me your favorite piece of Vuori clothing?
Yeah, dude.
Oh my God, these Americans. When I lived in Los Angeles, I was just like, these people are so fake, man. Just go to Los Angeles. The people there are so fake. They're so friendly. They're not all fake. They're not all friendly. But often the most friendly people you meet in LA are so fake, man. So fake.
I want to be everybody's guru. And I'm like, I don't know. Okay, I guess I got to try to forget all that great information I learned from Thomas. Now I don't know what to do with myself. So I think I'm just going to, I guess, just go into a perpetual bulk. I'm going to stop fasting, eat some carbs, cut all the fat out of my life, start weighing all my food. What do you think?
I think that's a great idea, actually. I mean, why not just go on a bulk now? We've been fasting for the past 4 years. Why not just reverse it? See what happens.
What's the
Fasting for the... What does it even mean? You've been fasting... You're breatharian. Fasting for 4 years. Like, this is the misleading information here.
worst thing that could happen?
Get a little fat? Just lose it again.
Be all good. Totally fine. Yeah, you know, that's I don't want to be people's guru, but I mean, I want to be able to disseminate good information and have people to make a decision for themselves. And it's just
It's a sweet drink, by the way.
I've just
no
reached
coffee.
this point where, like, how egotistical are we in so?
Incredibly, bro. Incredibly. Let's rewind over here. How egotistical are you? You're like 20 out of 10, bro. Claiming natty status, bro. How egotistical are you? You know, these people. And you see how he's a lot smaller. He's cycled off a bit. He's still using compounds, but a lot less. Because that's why you see these big changes in body composition, because you're running different compounds, different lengths of time. You need to give your liver and kidney a break, so you're running off for certain things. That's why you see the big fluctuations in the physique over the year, and same with the Olympic athletes, when you're world class, like world record holders, big spikes in performance during the year. That's, you know, hormones, EPO, etc.
Social media, and it's like it's to a certain point it gets nauseating, right? Like I love it when people are changed by the information that I put out.
Dude, they changed for the worse, man. You're a sociopath, bro. You're a fake natty sociopath. Stop trying to be all humble, like, I'm touched when people are changed, man. Dude, your diet causes heart disease. Your diet causes liver failure. Your diet causes insulin-resistant type 2 diabetes. Stop being so humble about it, man. You're literally killing people, bro, with your dietary advice. It's dangerous stuff.
I love changing people's lives.
Dude, you're absolute sociopath, man. You change their lives for the worse, and you make a lot of money off them. This dude, man. Far out. How do you sleep at night, brother?
But I also want to make sure that people are not just completely oblivious to all this other amazing information that's out there.
This guy just pretending to care, lying to your face. Guys, I don't use steroids. You can look like this if you buy my program. Just a lot of hard work, mate, and just eat less and eat more bacon. Yeah, man, I'm a good guy. I care about you, man. Buy my stuff. It's really good. Don't eat too much. You're gonna look swole. Dude, man, far out.
I am forever changed by different content that I see. I am always changing my stance on things based on like the evolution of my nutrition philosophies. And people, just by nature, if they start subscribing to just one school of thought, they tend to become not necessarily dogmatic as someone that's consuming content doesn't necessarily become dogmatic in their way of thinking.
These guys just waffle on so much bullshit. Like, dude, you're saying a lot. You've been talking a lot, but you're not really saying much right now. Get to the point, bro.
But they become very just focused in that one way, and they're unwilling to look at other ways because it seems disloyal to what brought them to the dance in the first place. And it makes me sad to see.
Bro, you're sad? Do you think you're sad over is like losing money, like not making enough few $1,000 a day off Homer Simpson types from Tennessee? That's the same time you're sad, bro. Don't pretend you care about people's well-being, man. Fake natty sociopath promoting a heart disease diet. Do not pretend you care about people's health, man.
That people aren't willing to look at other diet philosophies. They're not willing to try, because I've always thought, and the reason that I like fasting is because it's applicable with so many different diet strategies.
Hey, I thought keto's the answer. Now it's fasting. So you got to cut your pizza. You can't ever eat pizza again, like real pizza. You can't ever eat real pasta again. Can't ever eat real fruit again. Some sweet drinks, rice. You can't ever eat these things ever again. All you're allowed to eat is bacon, eggs, coconut oil, a bit of kale. And to top it off, you got to skip meals and skip days of eating. Wow. Sounds like a pleasurable existence. And increasing your risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, cancer, and stroke, because your fat in your blood is just so super physiological level.
Strategies. It's a timing system, right? Yeah, I mean, I'm a keto guy, but
I'm a keto guy. Bro, you're a sociopath guy.
that's just me. And I'm pretty clear about that. Like, I just like keto. I like to talk about it, but fasting, it's like...
Bro, you got a raging eating disorder, man. You know? Look at the eyes. Let's zoom in here. I see a face. I don't see a happy person. All right? Now, I might make jokes over and over again, but I don't see a guy who's happy with himself. When you use that much steroids, you're super, and lie about it, you are super insecure. All right? We're using steroids to get an aesthetic change. Cool. No worries. But then we're lying about it because we don't want anyone to say, oh, you're steroids, oh, you're a brown person, blah, blah, blah. So it's just massively insecure, right? You generally find the biggest guys in the gym are the most insecure, especially if they lie about what they take or how much they take, etc. I just used to be a TRT, I'm over 40, just to be a TRT, go do show, blah, 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 blah. It's just massive insecurity. So again, no hate to these people, compassion, but not too much. I mean... they're damaging people's lives, all right? It's crazy.
You know, if you're vegan, if you're paleo, whatever, you can fast. So, like, why do I have to sit in this fasting only camp or this keto only camp when I know what works for me, but that doesn't mean that's the only thing that's going to work for you? If you...
Bro, we can't believe a word you're saying because you've lost all credibility because you're blasting anabolic steroids and you're claiming natty. So just straight away there, you've cried rape, fake rape. You know, no one can trust you ever again on your word because look what you're saying. Same with this guy on the right here, claiming natural, sourced out of his head. Look at those shoulders, man. His shoulder is bigger than Mike Bell's head. You know what I mean? This dude is swole. That's androgen receptors. This guy's running prima bowling. This test, you know. He's making Thomas DeLauer look skinny. Look at that. Look at that swollenness.
Like what I say, and it resonates with you, and it motivates you, by all means, stick to it. But I don't want to be your only school of thought.
Why do you think we're losing? Like, why are our family members obese, dying? Why are our friends sick? You know, why is so much of the... I mean, you have millions.
Because you guys are lying to him, man. You're lying. I mean, actually, Mark Bell doesn't lie about his steroid usage, so he gets a thumbs up. But these people are sick because they're getting lied to. They're getting told white rice is bad. All those lean people in Asia, Africa, and India who eat white rice 3 or 4 or 5 times a day. They're eating sugar. They're eating fruit. They're doing a little bit of exercise, not much, but eating a very low-fat diet by tradition. Because you guys are lying about it and pretending these billions of people don't exist. So when your fat uncle or your fat auntie or your fat mum or your fat dad or your fat self turn on YouTube and they see these keto influencers, carbs are bad, fat's good. You're fat because you didn't eat enough fat. So you got to eat more fat. Eat just fat. Because to burn fat, you got to eat fat. Because the fat you eat isn't the fat you wear. So what? The fat you eat is the fat you wear. When you do a keto diet, you increase cortisol. You increase your cortisol. Simple as that. Your cortisol goes up in the morning, a normal adult, and it just stays up most of the day. Plus throw in the coffee, increases cortisol. So you become this fat storing machine, and your diet is just full of fat. So you've got the cortisol, which is like plus insulin resistance, because all the fats coating insulin resistant, all the fats coating your insulin receptor site. So you've got massive insulin fasting level. You've got high evening cortisol. So you've got like the ultimate cocktail of cortisol, insulin, And then plus you're in this like freaking calorie deficit because you're doing a fast. So now your TSH levels are going through the roof. So your TSH is up, cortisol's up, insulin resistance is up. And no wonder you go on any of those keto forums, people are absolutely miserable. Look at these guys' energy here. These guys are super strong, high jacked on steroids, and they're jacked on out of their head on stimulants. And where's their energy? They're just like, they're so frumpy and dumpy, like there's no pop. You got me over here, carved up out of his head, you know? Can you imagine me in a debate with these guys? Game over. Game over.
Of subscribers on your YouTube channel, and you've been pumping out information for a long time. I've been doing the same, and Seema's got like 500,000 on TikTok. We've been talking about this. We got millions of downloads on this show. There's many other people that talk about fitness and health.
Dude, you're not, Mike, man. You're not promoting fitness. Fitness is like cardio, you know, like being able to swim, run, ride. Sure, you definitely got strength and powerlifting. You got that. That's primarily from steroids, all right, which is fine. But don't be pretending you're some fitness guru. Powerlifting guru? Yeah, for sure. But that's more about just taking steroids, high dosage steroids, and just picking it up and putting it back down with some decent technique. There's not much skill in that. It's just like, let's get angry, pin some good shit, lift some heavier shit. It's not really fitness, man. It's strength, right? And strength is a component of fitness, but you know what I'm saying? Not really. Steroid strength isn't what the human body's designed for. The body isn't designed to do a clean and jerk, a deadlift, friggin' 800 pounds or whatever. It's not designed to do that. That's why you have to wear the belts, etc. So please don't talk about fitness. You could talk about strength, powerlifting, yes, and health, bro. Running that much steroids and that much meat and protein and fat is not healthy. No one's saying it is. Even me, who's like, steroids, no worries, running that much long term, it ain't healthy. Throw in the meat and the animal protein and the stims and the diuretics and the binge purge eating and the recreational drugs. This, bro, you're not talking about health. The Bell podcast, Mike Bell Power Podcast, whatever it's called, is not about health. It's about misleading people with bogus idiots like Thomas DeLauer. All right, and there is some good nuggets in there on powerlifting technique to minimize chance of injury. But anyone who's doing a deadlift of hundreds and hundreds of pounds, that's not good for your spinal health. All right, heavyweight squats, that's not what we're designed for. Bench pressing so much you're popping out your freaking delts. That ain't healthy, man. All right, starving yourself, feeling guilty for eating some bowl of rice, which you need for glucose for your brain. That ain't healthy, man, to be having that level of orthorexia.
But why, it's still so uncommon to hear somebody talk about keto or fasting when we're outside of our own little...
It's absolute nonsense. You know what I mean? Mike Bell, he wants to be as lean as me and not have to worry about starving himself, It's like, dude, just do what I'm doing. But you can't give up your bacon and eggs and your freaking coconut oils and your fatty stuff. It's just stupidity, man. And a lot of Americans are like that. A lot of Australians are like that. They love their fatty foods too much. But just admit it. Just say, look, I know rice and fruit and sugar makes you mad lean, skinny. Yeah, I know that. Look at the Indians and Africans and Asians. Yeah, I get it. But I love my fatty foods too much. I don't care if I got a heart attack. Just say it, man. Stop pretending you care. You don't. And that's sad, but that's okay as well. It's your life. It's your choice. Stop pretending this is about health and fitness, man. There's no way it is. Let's listen to... And look at Mark's energy here. It's low. And he's running high grams of testosterone. He should be like, bam, pumping. All these guys' energy is low. And they're on stims. That's really sad.
Yeah.
Bubble or any diet implementation at all. So why do you think here in the United States,
Mark looks massively depressed, in my opinion. He's massively depressed. It's steroids and stimulants. You should be popping out of your head.
I think the fitness industry is getting its ass kicked.
It's not the fitness industry, man. It's the let's take steroids, let's do an eating disorder diet, starve ourselves, abuse, use thyroid medications, lying to noobs so we can stuff mattresses full of noob cash. That's what it is. It's the aesthetics industry. It's the sociopathic, narcissistic industry. It ain't the fitness industry, man. None of these dudes in this table are fit. Strong from steroids? Yes. Run down a chicken down the street? No way. None of these guys could catch a chicken with their bare hands. I could. I got mobility and speed. These guys don't. They just ketoed out and it's crazy. It's crazy, man.
Even though we've seen a lot of people profit and do really well based off of it, and we've seen
scamming noobs, man, profiting for sure, profiteering. It could be called racketeering.
a lot of people make a lot of progress and lose weight and so forth, but
temporarily, and lose relationships, lose sanity, lose really good things in life because they got this mad eating disorder. Carbs are bad, fat's good, but then again I can have fat, but not too much. It's 1,500 calories a day as a grown adult. This is stupidity. It's eating disorders. It's disordered eating. And the the Mark Bell Power podcast perpetuates these lies and bad information, which is sad because, it's very sad.
There's still millions upon millions upon millions of Americans that are suffering.
Yeah, you think you nailed it. We're in this sphere, right? And in the fitness industry and the health.
This is the fitness. I mean, these guys, man. As soon as I open their mouth, I'm just like, my cortisol's going up.
Industry and the nutrition world, it's like we're in an echo chamber. Like we are. We're talking to ourselves and we're.
I can't die until Thomas DeLauer does video. You know what, guys? I've been a fake natty forever. All these photos here, I'm juiced out of my head. All right, I got it. I could be like the dude, the last survivor on the Titanic, drowning in the iceberg water, and I'm like, I got my hand up. I'm not sinking until I hear Thomas DeLauer admit to bullshitting his audience for years and years and years about being a fake natty. I can't drown unless I hear that first. That'd be my buoyancy vest. I just got to see his face, guys. I lied to you the whole time. I've been juiced out of my head, and I'm sorry, but you made me a millionaire. It is what it is. You guys are a bunch of gullible idiots.
Or just getting our rocks off because we all validate each other. And it's just not, sorry.
Damn, that was put way too simply. I got to leave. So I got to take off after that. No,
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of just talking in an echo chamber. I'm sick of
fake natties like you, bro. I'm sick of this video already. There was a point here, so I had to press these guys up. I'm going to pause the video and try and find that point. But this fakeness going on here. Okay, now I found that little chunk of gold. Now just carefully look his eyes at Thomas the Fake Natty Lauer's eyes, Thomas the Liar's eyes. Look at his eyes and look how he starts to get a bit hyped up, a bit like I am now. But how he's just starting to panic about thinking about food, and he's just so freaking hungry. He's like a 16-year-old schoolboy, private school kid, seen his first freaking Playboy model in real life. He's watching some porn tube, whatever stuff for the first time ever, and he's just like, oh my god. And Thomas DeLauer is thinking about food now. He's just having this wet dream of food, thinking, I'm gonna have some carbs. Watch his face and watch how his anxiety, his cortisol levels start to go up. Watch this.
Phone, how much I'm on my phone, directly with how much I crave snacking and how much I want to snack.
How much I want to snack. He's denying his hunger. I am not denying my hunger signals. Thomas DeLauer, every waking hour, you can feel he's denying his true hunger. Me? Man, I'm smashing the fruit, the rice, the sugar, the pancakes, the pizza, the pasta, the low-fat vegan biscuits, the low-fat, high-sugar vegan ice cream, the sweet drinks, which I just had then, the fruit juice, the fruit smoothies, the licorice, all the vegan, low-fat candies and gummies and all the good stuff, the dried fruit, the fresh fruit, the frozen fruit, the tinned fruit. You know what I mean? Carbs, baby. The maple syrup, the white table sugar, the brown sugar, the raw sugar, the molasses, all the Tabando sugar, the freaking everything, man. You know what I mean? All these sweets I get to eat every single hour of the day with reckless abandonment. And I keep my fat under 10, 20 grams a day, and boom, lean as year round. Even running 750 milligram a test, no estrogen chipmunk cheeks. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Absolutely crazy, these guys. Let's listen more.
It's like this dopamine hit, right? We are
And then now he's singing dopamine's bad. Dopamine's good. Dopamine's when you get a hug from a puppy or a kitten or your kid or someone likes you get admiration, you get dopamine hit. When you have some carbohydrates, you get dopamine hit. When you rail off the back of a stripper's toned back, you get a dopamine hit. Again, there's ways to get dopamine hit and there's ways to avoid it. Getting the carbohydrates, early nights, good sex, good times, that's the way we want to get it. Not cocaine at all.
constantly seeking something. We have instant gratification with everything. So I think we have a bigger fundamental problem than too many carbs or too many this or too much fat or too much saturated fat. Sure, all those things have an interplay, but I think our
Too many carbs doesn't. You can't eat too many carbs in a day, bro. You can't. In a week, in a month, in a year, you can't. And anyone who thinks you can, I feel so sorry for you that you let that pernicious belief have real estate in your minds. That is like walking around thinking cockroaches are going to give you cancer or spiders are going to wrap you up in your sleep and chew on your toenails and give you gangrene overnight. Like, it's just, some people believe that, man. Some people get psyched up about stupid shit, and fearing carbohydrates is stupid shit. That's just, but hey, it's your life. It's your choice. If you want to live a stupid, this is a better word. If you want to live a really poor quality existence, then fear carbohydrates, fear spiders, fear cockroaches. Actually, you can fear those things. It won't impact you too much. People are like, I can't go to the tropics. I can't go to Australia. There's bugs and creepy crawlies. Ah! But fearing carbohydrates that your body craves, now that is some serious mental health issues, orthorexia, eating disorder eating, whatever you want to call it. That's some serious mental health issues there. If you fear carbohydrate, if you fear fruit, if you fear sugar, if you fear rice, you have some serious issues going on. And I feel very, very sincerely sorry for you, because I know how sucky and crap you're going to feel, how your cortisol's going to go up, your anxiety's going to go up, you're going to those antidepressant meds, the SSRIs, your dong ain't going to be strong no more. That's going to have a cascade of issues as well, potentially, especially if you've got a girlfriend who's got libido. She's going, what's going on? Little Sammy's a bit sloppy down there. Where's that hard dong? You know, when your carbs are dong, hey, when your carbs are strong, so is your dong. I made that up back in 2010. When your carbs are strong, so is your dong. I created that name, Joey Carb Strong.
Our biggest problem is we constantly have an itch that needs to be scratched, and we are always going for it, and we always have a solution, and we have
That's the human brain, bro. But your problem is you eat so much fat, you have to limit the fat intake. Otherwise, you're going to get really, really fat.
instant gratification, and we have a sense of entitlement as a society where we feel like if we get the slightest bit hungry, we are entitled to eat a bag of chips, and we should.
Which is fatty. You go, oh, it's carbohydrate, that's fat. I rarely eat potato crisps. Rarely. I've had maybe a bag of this year. It's 2022. But in 2021, I've had maybe 3 bags of potato chips the whole year. 3 bags. Let's round up to 5 bags in a year, in case I forgot 2. You know, that's how little fat I eat. Avocados, I've had maybe 5 avocados last year. Maybe 10 avocados last year. Maybe. Between 5 and 10. Maybe. Very, very little fat I eat.
And that is our problem, is abundance and availability.
The problem is too much fat, bro. The fat we eat is the fat we wear. So straight away, he's misleading his audience. He's misleading himself. So he's misled himself, and he's going to mislead his audience. I feel sorry for Thomas, the liar, but I feel more sorry for his audience who believe he's fat, who believe he's natty, and who believe his nutritional advice is legit. Because it ain't.
And Amazon's just going to make that worse, right? Because it's just conditioning us. Like, if I don't have something in a day, I get pissed. Like,
You know, that you say that, dude. Okay, first off, within diet culture, it's like high frequency eating is still something that we talk about. Like, oh, breakfast. Yeah. And not like breakfast is bad, but breakfast, get your healthy snack. Lunch, get your healthy snack.
Yeah.
Each.
So look at this. You got this big, stored up, masculine man, this hunk of chocolate soy muscle, and he's scared of eating enough. You know what I mean? Can you imagine that? Being in the sky, thinking, oh, he's big and strong, And he's like, oh, how many carbohydrates? I can't eat bananas. I can't eat bananas. And the gorilla is just going, dude, give me the bananas. Give me the bananas and give me that 800-pound deadlift I'm going to throw over my head. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Like, we need carbohydrates. Your body needs maybe 2 or 3, 10 grams a day of fat max as an adult. All right? So avoiding fat, that's good. That's good for your health. You don't crave fat. What does fat taste like? Exactly. What does protein taste like? Exactly. Protein and fat have no taste. What does sugar taste like? We all know what sugar tastes like. We need sugar. A cat or a dog or a rat can taste fat and protein. We can't. These things are textural things for us. You could make something up for someone that, some sort of flour and whatever. And guys, this is very protein. Is this protein? They have kind of like very little protein in there. Protein, we don't have those protein receptors in our tongue. We can't taste protein, but we need sugar. That's why as soon as you have some sugar in your mouth, your performance ability goes up. Your serotonin gets better, increases. Your dopamine increases. Your cortisol decreases. You feel like, I got this.
Your dinner. And it's just consistently, if you ever feel hungry, have this fiber-rich meal to curb your hunger. Always respond by eating something. But Mark and I have mentioned, like, when we started doing fasting, initially it was a little bit frustrating, but it's the only thing added to my diet protocol that's allowed me to be in total control of my hunger.
These guys have got just order eating. They sound like 13-year-old ballerina girls, don't they? They do. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying these guys have some issues going on here. Imagine that. Having to fast, man. I mean, I've done water fast back in the day, like 15 years ago, as part of the holistic experimentation experiments of my life, etc. But look back now, it's just stupid as heck. Just eat low fat, get really nice, move your body, ideally, drink the water, good to go. Under 10 grams fat a day. Thank me later.
Because I'll be like, I haven't eaten this morning. Last time I ate was like 7 p.m. last night.
And how much stimulants have you taken, bro? Your cortisol's up from the fasting, and your cortisol's up from the Adderall or caffeine or whatever else you're using. You're pinging off your chops now, man. You are. That's cortisol, baby.
A little bit hungry, but it's not a big deal because I'm used to that feeling.
So like me and him, I'm a little bit leaner than he is. He's obviously got a little more muscle. He's been, running steroids a lot longer and, just training in the gym a lot longer. So, but in terms of leanness, I'm a little bit more vascular. We're pretty similar. To get that lean, he has to starve himself and deny hunger. For me to be this lean year-round, I'm never, ever denying my hunger. I've got some white rice I'm about to crack into with some pineapple ginger sauce on there, and then I'll have a bit of soy sauce as well once that sweet kick goes out. You know what I mean? So this guy to be this lean is having to starve himself, having to deny his craving of carbohydrate and food in general. Wouldn't that suck? So imagine that, like, when you're hungry, you can't really focus and concentrate because your brain's going, food, feed me. It's like being really sleepy. It's like, you've been on the phone texting with someone, you're like, oh man, I love this conversation, but I'm just falling asleep. Oh, this is embarrassing, Or I've been out before with, in a chick's bed or something, I think, man, this is going to go down, and I fall asleep. I'm so tired, and I wake up next morning and go, oh my God, that's embarrassing, I'm so sorry. It's such a big day. Get up at 5 a.m. and go until like 4 a.m. and I fall asleep. It's like it's happened a few times. So, but with hunger, man, you can't do nothing because your cortisol's up. So your dong isn't working properly. You're just like food. So you can think about that would be miserable. Girl comes up to you, oh wow, you're looking nice and muscular and masculine. Okay, baby, I gotta eat. I'm so hungry. That would suck. Oh, I can't eat actually. No, I can't eat. Now I'm just gonna sit here frustrated. I can't get my dong going because I'm thinking about food, but I can't even eat food. This is stupid. What am I doing? But you look great. Far out. Who cares how you look if you feel really, really crap?
And I can just keep going
Totally.
until I need to just eat later on in the day. But fasting is still something that within fitness, a lot of other individuals are like, oh, people are talking about it like it's magic or like it's going to make a big difference, etc. When it actually does, at least up
Mentally,
here.
it is.
Mentally.
Yes.
It gives you a bit of discipline, but it's stupid. Like, get discipline from other things. Get discipline from picking up trash on the street. If you see trash, pick it up. Get discipline from helping people out. Get disciplined from like recycling, being more eco, pissing outside instead of in the toilet and flushing 10 litres down the drain. Be disciplined, great. But not disciplined starving yourself. That's stupid. That's absolutely stupid.
Mastery, power, like mastery is everything, right? That's the mental fortitude to be able to handle anything. And fitness in so many realms is just discipline. And is it discipline to eat six
That is true. Fitness can be very disciplined. Credit where credit's due.
meals a day at, exactly on the 2-hour dot? Or is it discipline to abstain from food? And it's like,
Could be both, but eating is going to be better than not eating, especially when you're eating my protocol. If you're eating Thomas DeLauer's protocol, then yeah, there's some virtue in skipping meals, skipping days of eating. But you're going to feel like crap. Why do that to yourself? Let's wrap this video up because I could talk for hours on it. Wouldn't it be great if I was on the Bell podcast? He would never have me on, but it would be great if I could get on there with Thomas DeLauer, the fake natties, and really rip into them in a friendly, professional way. Again, I don't hate these guys. I genuinely feel sorry for these guys because I see the pain in their eyes. I see their lackluster vibe despite being on stimulants and high-quality steroids. These guys are on really high-quality steroids. They're getting some good shit, but they're feeling like crap. You just feel they got money flowing out of their ears, but they feel like crap. All right? I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for all these 3 guys here. Would they even be open to change? I generally find when someone has an eating disorder, it's very, very rare they really disband it forever. It's very, very rare. You got to have a strong support network to get over that generally. It's possible, but and that's the beauty of what I teach, my protocols, the under 10 grams of fat a day, as much fruit, rice, sugar as you want protocol. You just feel better. You're motivated to go and do stuff. You sleep better. You fuck better. You dance better. You ride better. You run better. You walk better. You digest better. You clean. Everything you do, hang on your kids, you do better because you don't have this driving food, hunger drive, cortisol, anxiety, freak out thing going on. Serotonin's balanced. It's maximized. Dopamine, boom, you're getting your dopamine hit. And you can use stims, but you don't crave stims. You're like, I could take a quarter of that or a quarter of that, but I don't have to have it every day because I'm sleeping so well, I'm waking up fresher, and I don't need a stim to wake up. If you need a stimulant to wake up in the morning, your diet doesn't work properly. If you use a stim because you're buzzing, you want to go extra 10% on that 100% for a running race or whatever, yeah, okay. But a quarter dose or minimal, it better use music to get you in state. But that's what you find. People who do my protocol, die-hard coffee drinkers, they're like, during Harley, I've been a coffee addict for like 20, 30 years, and I find myself having like 1 coffee instead of 10, or going days without a coffee. This is insane. What's going on? And like, it's the carbs, baby. It's the carbs. Increase the carbs, you increase the sleep quality. And then you need less stims. And then when you have less stims, your sleep's even better. And it becomes a snowball of positive effect when you deploy Drew and Ryder protocols. Want more information, go to drewandryder.com or watch one of my 5,000 odd videos about nutrition, etc. It's simple stuff. Thomas DeLauer, come and clean, bro, with your fake nattyisms. But anyway, that's my little rants. Carb up, man. Restrict your fat, unrestricted carbs. Living the good life. Life is meant to be sweet. Don't be a sour puss. Don't be a fake natty stevia, fake sugar, fake person. Okay? If I was having fake sugar, I'd be a freaking fake person too. So I'm nothing special. I just carb up and never, ever, ever limit my carbohydrate desires in a week or a month, etc. Always carb the up, please.